think Stephanie or Nora is already recording. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. My name is Hisham Alnajjar. I'm the Dean of the College, for those who do not know me. Thank you for being here. I hope you are all staying healthy, you and your family, staying healthy and safe and taking care of yourself. It's a difficult time for some, and for some, they are like, oh, there is really nothing going on. So it all depends on where you are and who you are dealing with and how you are behaving, and making sure everybody around you behaves the same way, or setting expectations and showing how things should go. What I mean is social distance. We are expecting everybody to behave themselves, including us. It's a collective effort. It's you and us, basically making sure that we are protecting each other. So some of the expectations are, you have to wear a mask. If you are in a classroom, you cannot eat or drink in the classroom. Of course, I'm sure they will be okay to, like, take the mask, get a sip of water and put it back. But taking it off and sitting down and eating is not going to be allowed. You should have a spare one in your backpack or somewhere. If you forget it, I left home. I asked my wife to drop me in school, and I left home. I didn't have one, but I have several in the car as spare, and including a disposable one. So I just picked one. I think you should do that. You should have your own masks. The university will provide you with 2 masks if you are on campus, and will provide you with a face shield if you are in a lab or a studio. But you should have your own face mask. Face shield will provide one, but if you want to get another one, get another one. They are like $2.50, $5. They are very cheap. So I started again by expectations. If you do not wear a mask, you will not be allowed in class. This is not just the University of Harvard policy. This is the state policy, the state of Connecticut, the executive order from the president, from the governor. So we will enforce the rules. You will be socially distanced from other people. So what does that mean? That brings me to preparation. During the last 3 months or so, and still daily, we are still preparing. We are still preparing on 2 fronts. One of them, preparing the classrooms, the lab, the study area, the library, the lounges. We are preparing all that for, you come in, there are 6 feet between students. So if you go to a classroom, you're going to see a sign, a gray sign printed, say, do not sit here. And there are places where it doesn't have signs. It means you can sit. That to maintain 6 feet between students and the faculty who is teaching in the front of the class. You go to students' lounge, the same thing. You go to the library, the same thing. Everywhere you go, there are signs not to stand, not to sit, whatever, to maintain that. Well, cleaning, there will be cleaning supplies in every classroom and every lab. So when you come in, you can clean. I'm not, I'm doing my own cleaning. When I come in, I clean my own. I don't expect anybody to clean for me. And I want to clean my own space. So you will get the chance. Do not count on you come in and somebody clean the desk and say, sir, ma'am, sit. No, I would clean. You should plan to clean your own space and take care of yourself. If you have to wear gloves, you can wear gloves. They are really not needed. Gloves or no gloves, the idea is not to touch your face and, breathing area or mouth. That's really the whole protection system. So on that side, we have done a lot of work. It's not really done. We are not finished. We hope by the D-Day, that's Wednesday, August 26th, everything will be in place. We are still moving things around. We are labeling things. We will be really busy for the next 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks left. We will be extremely busy making sure that everything is in place. If things are not in place by the day, it will be maybe a lab that nobody is going to, but classrooms will be ready. Everything will be ready. The other preparation is faculty. faculty. Some of them will be online. Some of them will be here in person. It's a factor of age, medical, all other issues related to the faculty that they are at risk. They cannot be in a group area. They cannot be on campus. So those faculty will teach remote. The rest are here. So what we have been doing, training faculty to teach online, in person, hybrid. I will explain those in a minute, and to move on. So we all have to be prepared to go online totally any minute, or we know by Thanksgiving we are shutting down and everything is going to be online. So I'm not going to use the word online, remote, all going to be remote. So the faculty are being prepared, the classrooms are being prepared technology-wise, document cameras, webcams in the classroom, faculty getting tablets, microphone to speak. If I'm wearing a mask and trying to speak, it's going to be very hard. So, you have to have a microphone so students can hear you, or even, you can record to make it available. So we have been doing that. Trust me, it's not easy because things are changed by the day. The directions from CDC or the governor or the university, we have to do this and we have to do that. There is a presentation today, or there is a meeting tonight, by the university to address lots of issues related to residential life, related to the university. If you are coming to campus, what do I have to do? Do I have to take a test? Do I have to quarantine? Do I have to whatever? All those questions, I know a lot of them, but I don't believe I'm up to date. So I'm not going to go there and answer those questions because I don't want to give the wrong answer or the not updated answer. As I said, the policies are changing by the day or by the minute. I said yesterday, Rhode Island on Thursday was added to the list of hot zone states. The night before, 2 days ago, not last night, the night before, was removed from the list. So that affects all the students coming from Rhode Island. The same thing, New York could be added tomorrow, Massachusetts could be added. All that means different setup, different things. So I just want to focus on the academic side. So the question always comes to, let me share my screen with you and show you something about your classes. So your classes will be, what am I sharing? This screen here. I don't want to make a mistake and share the wrong screen like yesterday. Where is my presentation? Here it is. So what do we mean? Do you see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay, so again, the faculty have been working on reconfiguring some of their courses. Like when you teach online or you teach hybrid, you have students who are not in the classroom, you need to really reconfigure your lectures. We just had a speaker this morning saying it's an interesting example. They look at the online courses through the MOOCs, massive online courses, and they found out that people, when they watch videos online, the first 9 to 12 minutes, large number of people watch them. After a while, nobody watches anymore, or it decreases like this. The longer the recording, the less people that they watch. So he was saying, look, lectures have to be, if you record them, you have to take a break. In fact, he mentioned some other study. The 2 lectures, the same faculty gave a lecture where he lectures, and at the end of the lecture, he asks students to reflect on the lecture, to list how many items, something like he mentioned. Another lecture, he taught, but in the middle of the lecture, he stopped. Say, hi guys, how you doing? How are things going? Do you understand what I'm talking about? So they have what we call small talk. Then he did the same thing a little bit later, small talks. Then he finished his lecture and asked the students to identify some items he talked about. They found out that when the professor stopped and took time to communicate with students and have small talks, more students remember what he talked about, because there is a connection, not like, okay, you are talking and I'm thinking about my dinner and the bills I have to pay and who I'm going to see or how I'm going to solve this problem. So faculty are working on that. So now you look at your class, it's going to show something. It's going to like, I'm looking for at ECE 213. When you see ECE 213 and it says it's in Dana 426, it means that class is face-to-face, okay? That's what it means. When you see a room number, the class is face-to-face. The other option where you see the word remote. Remote, it means the class is online, the faculty is online. The faculty cannot be on campus. He will be online. So online means synchronous teaching with instructor during the class. Sorry, remote means synchronous teaching with instructor there at the same time and you communicate. Online means, that's why I say I don't want to use the word online, that's for graduate courses normally. Online means I go and sit down and record a lecture, I put it online, and graduate students go listen to the lecture on their own time. I mean, traditional flipped, I think that traditional faculty lectures and they do examples and you submit homework and they go and grade it and give it to you. That's a lot of engineering, technology, and architecture. Flipped, there are math courses like this where the faculty posts the lecture, you review it, they come to class, they review the lecture and they start doing problem solving and ask you to participate and grade you. So you might have both traditional or flipped classes. So the third option you're going to see in our CETA courses, again, you're going to see a room number. I should write here, face-to-face, room number. That's face-to-face. That's what you're going to see, or you are going to see, I'm trying to have it, one line, sorry. So face-to-face, room number, but that means face-to-face to be, because this is recorded. I want to make sure when people read it. Here it is, room number means face-to-face. Remote, you're not going to see online. Then you're going to see something called hybrid. Hybrid is a combination of two things. So what does hybrid mean? Here is what it means. When you are attending a class, let's go to ECE 213 again. And in ECE, there are 20 students, and we don't have a room for 20 students. We do, but not with the social distance. The room that normally takes 20 students with the social distance, you can have 10 only, or 11 students with the instructor. So 10 and the instructor. So what will the instructor do? He or she will take the class. You will know this information. I will tell you how in a minute. So the professor will take the class and divide it to two groups, Group A and Group B. So Monday, the class, let's assume Monday 2:05, you have a class, and Wednesday at 2:05, you have a class. Monday 2:05, Group A comes to class. Group B are in the dorm, or Group B could be in Kuwait City, or could be in India, or could be in New York, or could be in Danbury, Connecticut, where the students chose not to come. So half of the students are in class and half of the students are online. So let's assume now all of them are on campus. Forget Kuwait, forget whatever, all of them are on campus. So Group A will be in class, receiving the instruction from the professor. Group B could be in the dorm or home receiving it. On Wednesday, Group B comes to class and Group A stays. That's what we mean by hybrid. Hybrid could be like this also. So there are 20 students in the class, 10 or, let's assume 10 of them show up on Monday, then another 8 students sign up to the class. So we have 28 right now. It's like how we are going to fit those 20 students in the class where we can fit 10 only. So the professor will say, okay, I have 8 students, they sign up for remote. They are again in Kuwait and India and New York, whatever. Those students will stay online. Then I'm going to take the class, the other 20, divide them to two groups. Groups come on Monday, groups come on Wednesday, but I have a third group back on remote. So it's a combination of both. I think some faculty try to move some chairs, I might say, move some classes to earlier time so they can reach international students. They have it in a time reasonable. I'm very sorry if you're going to have a class at 4 in the afternoon, which is midnight or 1 a.m. It would be fun to watch a class at 1 a.m. in the morning and your mom and dad says, what are you doing? We are going to sleep. Like, I'm watching my class because I want to sleep during the day. I hope that will not happen, but that could be a possibility for one or two of your classes. So how we are going to ensure you get the class? If you cannot get it at the same time it's being transmitted, the faculty all will record those classes and make them available online. But also the faculty will have office hours during time that's convenient to you. So no faculty going to have office hours at 5 p.m. where you are asleep. They're going to have their office hours. It depends on the class. It depends who is remote. It depends who is in. So if a faculty knows there are students in Kuwait or India, they are whatever, time-wise, they're going to have time convenient for you to join. Do students really reach out to faculty and ask questions? Not that much, really, if you think about it. So faculty will make it easy for you. They will be available on their web page. We will provide that web page for you, I mean WebEx page, where all you have to do is click on this address, similar how you join. Click and you join and you see the faculty and you ask questions. They will have a tablet to write things and show you how to do it. We are trying, or I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for faculty to communicate with students. So it's easy. We have 4 here. You can ask the question. Faculty will have, if you are on campus, you're going to have a room number. If you are home, it doesn't matter for you because you are remote anyway. All you have to think about, I have my lecture, I need to log in on time and watch the lecture, and I will have my professor available for help. You can seek tutoring. Tutoring is available. You can reach out to the tutoring center and say, I need tutoring, and this is the time I can have my tutoring between, I don't know, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Because of my time zone, and they will assign a tutor to go online and work with you. That's possible. If they cannot, we will find a way to support. If we have to do group tutoring, I don't know why I'm stuck on ECE 213. We will have group tutoring for ECE 213. The question comes, so I talked about classroom format, I talked about office hours, technology resources. How are you going to have the software that you need in order to do your assignment, your work? You have 2 options. If you are really far and you are not coming to campus, you are remote, no matter what it is, you should have your own computer if you are receiving this instruction remote. But if you are far, I wouldn't remote log into the university unless if I have to. On our part, remember what we did last spring for those students who were here. For those new, I'm going to just show you. There is a link under Blackboard. It's course organization system. You are automatically member of it. We will update it before the semester start. And there's something called CETA 100. Don't worry, you don't have to write any of that. You will get instructions on that. You go to CETA 100. This is where we have office hours for faculty. We have lots of information for students, but we have something called online help. If you click on it, it will show you what you have to do to access our computers, remote login to run software. I do it. I remote login from home to the lab to run software. Sometimes I remote log in to test computers. We will also have information on how to use a scanner. So you have an assignment due, you do the assignment, then how do you scan it if you don't have a scanner? There are scanners by phones, you can do it. There are information on how to install software. Whatever software you need will have the information on how to install it. LabVIEW, MATLAB, Logic Pro, whatever needed, SolidWorks, AutoCAD, information on installing software on your computer will be available. Some software you cannot install on your computer. The manufacturer or the company doesn't allow that. So you really have to log in to the university. We'll give you information on how to log in. Here it is. We will give you like a list of what software in what room. So you know, oh, I need to run MATLAB. I can go anywhere. I really need SolidWorks. These are, if I don't want to install it on my computer, these are the rooms. Also, we will provide you with the name of the computer. How do I log in? I want to log into the main computer lab. Okay, main computer lab CETA, UT 103 here, or Dana 320, or UT 103. Here, UT 103, for example. This is the name of the computer. You type the name of the computer, you go in, remote login, and this is the address. You type your email address or your login name and your password. We have an account for you. If you are returning students, you already have an account. If you are new, you will receive an email with an account. Say, this is your account, this is your password, log in. So you will be able to remote log in. There are availability, like when computers will be available. When can I log to a computer? There will be lots of computers available during the daytime, and some computers will be available after hours. So UT 103, for example, we have 20 computers. Not all of them will be used because of social distance. I think about 4 or 5. It depends. I don't remember. So the other computers, we're going to take the keyboard and the mouse and make them available for remote login to students anytime. So there are how to do this one, how to install Microsoft Office, all that. So going back now to what I started with, you need to have a computer anyway. Now, if you are close to here or you are on campus, you can remote log in and shouldn't be any problem. So any computer will do the work. If you are far, I would suggest get a computer with a 500 gigabyte and 16 gigabyte of RAM, RAM. This is very important, and a good graphic card. Most computers nowadays, they have 16 gigabyte and they have good graphic card. It's the hard drive that's the one you have to decide. If you choose the hard drive to be 128, you cannot install software. I know my kids all have 128 because they are not installing software. They are not in engineering. Well, one of them is. But so you need to get a large hard drive to install a software. If you want a remote login, any computer would work. Mac or PC, I would go with PC. In architecture, maybe more Mac, but some software of architecture do not run on Mac, so you have to do the boot camp. I wouldn't go there. I would choose a PC, 16 gigabyte, 500 gigabyte of 16 gigabyte of RAM, 500 gigabyte of space, hard drive, so you can install the software. If you need more information about what computer and what specification, our enrollment manager will email or will send information on that. So I talk about classroom format, which is, what else? Student services. I think student services, we are going to run it. There will be somebody in Dana in UT 309 all the time to help you, either by addressing your issue or by saying, here it is, go to this, type this address and somebody will help you. I see Lori or that coordinator of graduate program and transfer evaluator. She's there. So she'll be 1 or 2 of those days sitting in the room. You walk in, she might say, yes.
I will be in 209, not 309.
Thank you. 209, you walk into 209 and you will have an address also. You can reach out to her if you are remote. So the address will be, you have typically it's blackboard.hartford.edu/meet/ the username. You will have all those lists. Lori is online all the time. You click there and Lori will talk to you. You might have to wait 5-10 minutes for somebody to talk with you because they are talking to somebody else or they are getting a sandwich to eat. So when you go online, and I'm available, I'm one of the people who should be available to talk to students, and I'm not available, I received a notification saying, X is at your doorsteps. And like, oh, somebody is at my web page, my WebEx page. And I go and click and I talk to you live and we'll see what will happen. So there will be somebody, you will have all the addresses of the people you need to talk to so you can click on them, including faculty, including staff. So we will make sure that all issues are addressed. Somebody will take care of you. If you are first year students, the Center for Student Success and your advisors are there. They will also be available. I do not know their schedule, but they will be available. We will talk with them to make sure. So I'm going to go and repeat what I have said so far. So said we are preparing and we expect you to prepare and be part of the preparation system by, if you are on campus, if you're going to be on campus, to participate in the requirement, masks, social distance, all that. We are ready as far as cleaning. We are ready as far as technology. Say, we will be ready. I'm sorry, we are not ready right now. We have 2 more weeks to go. We will be ready, and everything should be fine. Glitches will take place, but we will make sure. Classroom format, I did explain: in person, remote, or hybrid, whatever it says. I'm here to answer a question in a minute. Technology resources, all software that you need are there. Somebody asked, do I need a printer? No, you don't need a printer. I think if you don't have your own printer, fine. But I don't think any faculty wants anything printed. I don't want anything printed. So you should not be able to write your solution, do your homework, then upload it to Blackboard or send it to the faculty, whatever the faculty. I'm sorry, my email is going crazy and keeps on making the noise. Let me turn it off. This is a typical email for me, it just goes crazy. Yeah, it's going crazy. I turn it off, hopefully it will stop. So get a scanner on your phone. So when you are done with your assignment, you scan it and you submit it to the professor, to your instructor. Student services will be there. My computer is not stopping to keep the emails going on. I'm very sorry. Student services will be there and faculty will have office hours. I'd like to open it for questions and answers session now if you have questions, because it's really, there are lots of things on my mind, but I just want to make sure I address your concerns more than anything else. Stephanie, Lori, did I miss anything?
Hisham, you did great. We haven't received any questions. So again, want to open up. I know we have 6 students on the call. If any of you have questions, feel free to use our chat Q&A, or if you want to unmute yourselves, since there's only a few of you. But Hisham, you covered everything they needed to know. And as a reminder, Hisham mentioned at the start of the call that there is a university-wide webinar tonight. I'm still getting confirmation if that webinar will be recorded, but there should be some follow-up for that as well in case you are in a different time zone and cannot join. But if you are able to, it's at 8 o'clock tonight Eastern Standard Time, and I put the link to access it in the chat.
Okay, I see some questions here. I have contacted the CSS for possibility of changing my classes and to remote a week ago and still have not. Wow. Okay. So I think there are students who somehow.
Can I chime in?
Yes.
He is on the list, and Mike Ormsby is working quickly to resolve a few issues. So he should be hearing soon about his request for remote.
Okay, let me also explain something. There are 2 things here. if you want to be fully remote, you are far, you are not coming to campus, you need to contact CSS, as Muhammad just said, and say, I'm requesting to be fully online. That's one thing. The other one, if you are requesting to be online or remote in one course, that's difficult. I told the faculty yesterday, it's a no. We are trying to make sure only those who cannot make it here are remote. We don't want students to come to the dorm, live in the dorm, and be remote. So please, I know one professor asked his students to ask for remote. I wrote to the faculty, I told them to stop it. The class is hybrid. If you ask for remote and approved, you will be remote. Otherwise, we expect you in the class. We are excited about having everybody back. We want everybody back. This is engineering. This is not English. So you need to be, or architecture too, you need to be in class. You need to communicate. You need to see. You need to get to know the people around you. You are not writing an essay and doing the research on your own. So if you received an email from a faculty yesterday, I'm sorry for that. That's not our process. And the faculty told him to, whatever it is, I told him, stop. So Muhammad, you are doing the right thing. You are sending to CSS, and there is a process. They are going through it. There are 5 of them working on those, and it will be done. Don't worry, you will be switched to remote, and all your classes will be guaranteed they are remote, unless if you are in a lab environment. There are 2 classes so far, we cannot offer them remote. That's surveying and another course in civil engineering. So in that case, we will allow you to take the course, but not the lab. You need to talk to your advisor and Professor Kashwars, but every other class so far, we are offering it remote when students want to. It's a matter of time before you are approved that you will be approved. Another question, ask me tough questions, not easy ones. Fawaz, do you have any question? Sophia, Tija. So let me answer a question I ask myself. Am I worried about the whole thing? Of course I am, like everybody else. I am confident we're going to do whatever it takes to protect everybody. Yes, we are doing whatever it takes to protect everybody. Are doing the cleaning, we are making sure the social distance, we are all that. As I said at the beginning, it's a collective effort. If everybody follows the rule, if you are on campus here, if everybody follows the rules, we will all be fine. If people start breaking the rules and pretending that nobody knows, it's gonna show. And then we are all gonna be packing and going online the same way we did in March. We are ready for both options, but we are optimistic that we will be fine and we will protect everybody. If something happened, we discover a case or 2 or whatever, there is a procedure to deal with them. There is a testing, there is quarantining. There are lots of people. We hired a group of nurses to do the the contact tracing. If somebody is tested positive, they will do the contact tracing. They will go after who that person been in contact with, and everybody will be quarantined or tested. That depends on that interaction. If you had party with somebody and you interacted, everybody will be tested. If you pass by somebody, you will not be able to, but say, watch yourself and be quarantined. This is what I know. I know the rules are changing. I'm trying not to get into that. All I'm trying to say is, if you are coming to campus, I think, like every other university in Connecticut, we are fortunate that the infection rate in Connecticut is below 1%. And we believe we have been doing something good, something right to be, infection rate in Florida is 30%. That's really different than less than 1%. A few days ago, it was 0.06. So it's around 1%. So that's why we are confident that after everybody get tested and quarantined, students will follow the rules because we all want to be here. I shouldn't say that, not just students, all of us follow the rules because it's easy just to blame the students. But all of us follow the rules and making sure that we are following keeping the social distance and cleaning our hands and to be safe. How would I receive all the software required for the remote learning? There are no okay. Let me translate your questions. When you say remote learning, it means you are using WebEx or Collaborate to reach to the faculty. If you are if you mean by your question the software that you need for your classes, they will be all on Blackboard. As I showed you here, the software are here. Availability, computer, name, software, and rooms. So if you click here, you have one of those software for your classes. Okay, Office is available everywhere. You can download Office from the university website. It's free for you. We will give you information how to download AutoCAD. MATLAB, you can download it right now. It's on the university, but we'll give you this information. Any software. So if I go back here, it will show, for example,
show your screen.
I should show my, I stopped sharing. Let me share again. Thank you. So as you see here, software in the rooms. Here are the software. We have a list. If you remote log into those rooms, specific rooms, but also here, if you notice that we have software, this is how you go to download MATLAB. You click, this is how you get OrCAD. This is how you get whatever. Everywhere there is a link to install what you need to install. There will be more software added. We are working on it. So if I want to install SolidWorks, there are instructions on how to install SolidWorks. I believe here, more software. So if I open this one, let me share this one with you here. You're going to see like, okay, here are more software, Multisim, circuit diagram, Tinker. These are MATLAB. You will get instructions clear on how to download SolidWorks. This is how to, actually, this is all. There is a new one. Professor Campana just finished it. We will update it and put it in by the time we start. You will have access. I think as a college, we cannot survive without software availability for students. Last spring, we made 250 computers available to students to remote login, and we gave them access to software. We're going to do the same thing now. 250 computers will be available after hours. But during the day, there will be at least 100 computers available for students to remote login if you do not download your software. Tutoring Center, here's the information. It will be updated, but I don't think it has changed. This is the Tutoring Center information, how to get, who to write to. They will be there and they will inform you. I hope I answered your question. I'm trying to go back and see where are my chat. Here it is. Campus shuttle service, can Stephanie or Nora, somebody can answer those questions, the question about campus shuttle service?
I can't, but I will reach out and let TJ know.
Okay. I think that's a question for maybe tonight, or reach out to CSS, Center for Student Success. They will get you an answer. But If Lori can find this information, she will forward it to you.
Yes, and there was another question from Shri regarding ways to interact with students if we're remote. I'm not sure if you're an incoming student or a returning student, but the Center for Student Success might have some information regarding that. I know for incoming students, they used an app to meet other students. And there will still be clubs on campus. Many clubs will still have meetings. A lot of students will get creative and have meetings virtually just for the safety. So I can send you some information in terms of clubs and organizations on campus if you want to get involved that way. You can definitely do so even if you are remote.
Yes, I'm gonna encourage all the clubs to meet, to have a remote option in their meetings. Yes, Stephanie, there will be, but we had a speaker this morning and we have a meeting, all the faculty today at 1. And I'm gonna, part of the discussion this morning, how to get students connected. I mean, really, I have 3 items on my note here to talk with the faculty. The courses, how to create communities in the classroom, and how to connect with students and connect students together. So I'm hoping really the faculty will take it to heart and do some collaborations online with students. That's really very, very important. Otherwise, you will be disconnected. You know, I have kids, they are taking courses online, and I'm worried about them. I just want to make sure also they are connected. So one of them, I think, during the whole summer club, they have been meetings. They didn't stop meeting the whole summer. I was like, why are you meeting in summer? But they meet, and she is one of the leader in the club, and they have been meeting. They just met a few days ago to prepare for the fall semester. I was like, okay, great. So I think this is good to be involved, good to be part of the community, and even if you are far away, don't feel like, well, I'm disconnected. It might be a little bit difficult for international students because of the time zone, but you need to do your part. Maybe, you know, your day should start around, I don't know, don't start your day early. Wait a minute, what am I saying? Yeah, your day should start around maybe 3 p.m. Or 4 p.m. That's where, you know, you say, I'm gonna devote it to the school, I can connect, because most of the activities is around noon here, which is your time, somewhere between 6 to 9 p.m. You know, you need to be a little bit extra active. You know, I've been in different time zones, and I used to make the time, make sure I'm connecting with people and reading email and answering emails during work hours, even though it would be at night for me or late evening. Even in South Korea, I did that. Any other question? You guys are easy. I'm not asking tough questions. I had a meeting yesterday, the same thing for everybody, and I had tough questions, but today, no. If no questions, and I think just want to show you a picture or two of the new building. This is how the new building will end up be. We envision it. This is from Dana Hall going toward Harry Jack Gray. This is Harry Jack Gray architecture. So this is the new building. It will be tilted as you see the roof here, and it will be green roof. It means we'll have a grass. You cannot get your lawnmower, and or maybe we should give you like an assignment one day. You bring lawnmower and go in and cut the grass. The construction is going on. Foundations are done. Lots of digging. Normally you go in and remove all the utilities under the building. We had sewer system, we had pipes, water pipes, we had internet, fiber optics. So all they had to be removed before the digging start. Then they start digging. We have pile of dirt here. This is looking south. This is the administration building. In this area here, the GSU. And you see the dirt is all here. Next picture, as you see, still the dirt is over there toward administration building. Actually, this corner is where the high bay and concrete and surveying lab will be. So this is the middle of the building, the right side of it, which is the west side of the building. Most of it will be CETA, concrete lab, high bay, strength of material, and then go to the second floor, robotics, mechatronics, turbo machinery, 3D printing, some small machine shop. Then you go to the third floor. It's only 2 labs, actually. Makerspace, not makerspace. Well, second floor has a makerspace, large makerspace, nice one. Third floor has Internet of Things and cybersecurity. So as you see, it's this is looking north. This is the library. This is the architecture. We used to have the flag here. It's gone. There will be a new location. And GSU is on the right, and we are standing in Dana Hall, looking down this way. There is a walkway here, which will be removed. No, it used to be a walkway here, which will be removed a little bit to the west of the building. So we are excited about it, and that will be ready August 15, 2021, a year from now. Today is August 13, about a year. Should be ready, and they are moving on. So we didn't stop the building because we really need it and need the facility there for us. The other half of the building is for the health profession. That's nursing, physical therapy, and all that. There are other pictures. No, it's about bidding and all, budget, all that. So again, no question. Thank you for joining us. We are going to take the recording and make it available for those who could not join us. I know I received email from a student from Kuwait, and about 40 were included. I was hoping more would be in today, but we will make this available to them. And when you receive this link, please share it with your friends. So in case we miss them, so they will know what's going on. We are excited to see you in place or joining us online. It's different, but we are doing our best, and we think we will be successful. That's what's important for us. I don't see any new questions, so thank you all. Take care of yourself and stay healthy, and please let us know what's on your mind, or if we can help with any question. Thank you very much. Take care.